This is Ben Keys, and you're listening to the Crowject podcast.
Somehow Hamble inside, gives it to Rochelle. Rochelle, go! Put that in your forward walk. Took it back a moment ago, almost the second one. Round the body go the Crows.
Hello and welcome to episode 232 of the Crowject. Thank you to our sponsors in Nathaniel's Coffee and Panini and Trojan Aluminium. I'm Ray. I'm not the only one here though to go through the AFL prelim final, AFLW prelim final even. Next to me, to my left, co-queen of the pod tonight, Sophie. How are you, Soph?
I'm brilliant. How are you, Ray?
Pretty good, thanks. To Sophie's left, as we go around the table, we got Lleyton. How are you?
Yeah, all right. Still recovering after the game.
Yeah. And to my furthest left, or right if we're going the other way to the table,
Oh, shit.
other co-queen of the pod, Elodie. How are you?
Hello, that kind of blew my mind. I am on your right and your left, but just closer to your right.
But also directly across the table.
Yeah, but also across from you.
And we're making like this
That's
really
right.
intense eye contact the whole time.
Yeah. It's kind of creeping me out. Do you have to? Do you have to keep licking your lips?
That's the creepy bit.
Well, yes. Hello, Ray. How are you?
I'm good still, thanks. We had a game on the weekend. It was a prelim final in front of a few people at Icon Park in Melbourne. We played the Kangaroos, and what was the score, Elodie?
The score was... Oh, it's definitely not what you've got written on here.
I didn't do the maths. This is on you.
Yes. Sophie, I'm throwing to Sophie.
It was 31 to 32.
Save me,
Yeah,
fellow
pretty much.
queen.
North 4 goals 8-32, us 4 goals 7-31.
Yeah, but for context, Ray's put 4 goals 7-82, which
Four
we
goals,
were in the grand
8.
final. I don't know how.
We were just talking about in pre-roll that Ray was good at maths.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
sure
out the
that's
window
true.
already.
But we did also discuss how bad I am at admin.
That's a very good
So,
point.
you know,
Well, this could be one of those super goals they had.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
you don't know.
So we lost Lleyton. Oh.
Yes, we lost.
Yeah.
Oh, by 1
Yeah.
point.
I did this one right, Elodie. Give us the goal kickers.
I would love to. We had Hatchard kicking one nice goal after a beautiful mark in the last
Yes.
quarter. And then we had Ponta kicking our other 3 goals, just carrying the team.
Yep.
Who were some standouts around the grounds, guys? We obviously all watched this one.
Yeah.
I mean, the usual suspects were there. A bit of Hatchie, a bit of Noffy. I quite liked... Well, I thought Stevie Lee was around
Yeah,
it
I
a
was gonna
lot.
say.
Though she did burn the ball a lot, but so did everyone. So it was kind of like hard to
Yeah.
single her out.
She burned the ball a bit, but she was just under pressure. She seemed
Yeah,
to get it
yeah.
out of defence when we were,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
early.
Yeah.
She did quite well.
And I think we would have gotten hammered if it wasn't for Bedell. Bedell
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
very solid in what was a challenging game for the back line. And then she pushed up forward towards the end. Which
Yeah,
was
she popped
kind
up
of
Yeah.
cool.
like full forward nearly in the
know,
goal square ready
Yeah,
for
I
it.
don't mind that actually because she's a very good mark. So maybe she'll make the switch.
Yeah.
Anyway, someone else can say
Zoe
some
Prowse,
things.
I thought, was pretty good down
Oh,
back as
yeah.
well. The
Yeah.
back line was very good. We were just
Yeah.
under pressure a lot.
Yeah.
Because they just kept surging forward.
Prowse definitely won like pretty much every one-on-one contest she had, so she did very well.
Yeah.
Mueller was all right too.
Yeah,
down
I thought
back
that.
too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
noticed her a lot more than usual
But
actually.
yeah, it's not always great when all the back line had great games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's never a
yeah.
good sign.
They've seen a lot of the ball.
There was a lot of drop marks. It almost looked like a wet weather game, even though it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
perfect weather. There was so many just clanger marks that just cost us at wrong times.
And the main person with composure was Ponta,
Yeah,
forward of
definitely.
centre,
So-
kicking those 3 great goals.
Yeah.
Caitlin Gould had a very almost game. She
Oh,
was
almost,
she was
yeah.
very.
Her and EJ both had
Oh
really,
Yeah, they were
A
just
little bit
around
off.
the ball, but they just couldn't get it as much.
yeah.
I would like to see EJ push up into the middle because I feel like the way that she would use the ball from the middle forward
Yeah.
would be more beneficial from what she can do in the middle. In the forward line.
Yeah.
Matrix myself then. So I'd like to see next year maybe her push into the middle, maybe onto a wing even. Like she doesn't have to go inside.
I feel like she's played on the wing before, but obviously they didn't move her around, even though that sort of game, it would have suited her.
Yeah.
And also, because it was in down back, I'm surprised they didn't move Chelsea Randall around more. She sort of stayed the deepest forward for a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
the game and obviously tried hard and put a lot of contest in, but was just outnumbered.
Oh, outnumbered
All day.
and just held off the ball all. There was one. Yeah, I hate complaining about umpires, but the
Yeah.
umpiring across the whole weekend was so bad. Me, Ben, and friend and Patreon Josh were watching the second half of the Geelong Brisbane game,
Yeah.
and even that one, you're like, I have no skin in this game at all, but this is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, they literally didn't blow a free kick for the last 7 minutes. And there was people dropping it. There was people throwing it. It was just a free-for-all.
Yeah, it was just like there was no rules. It was just
Yeah.
like, it's just rugby. Just just do whatever with the ball.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close my eyes and cover my ears, and you do whatever you want. Yeah, I know. Like, I guess in finals you want to let some things go, but if it's gonna ruin the game, then that's
I think it just makes it scrappy.
it does.
Yeah,
Because the
just
ball
because things
bobbles
just
around.
Yeah, it goes on for longer instead of just a stoppage or a free kick.
Stoppage,
When
free
they
kick,
need to be
get it
played.
going, makes the
Yeah.
game look better,
Exactly.
sells the game better. I feel like every week we say the same things about the AFLW. Umpiring's not up to standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noffy, very good. Hatchie, very
Yeah.
good. Kelly,
Kelly,
fast. Rochelle Martin, in and under. Like, it's the same things and nothing really changes. Like, the other four we don't want to change, but the umpiring,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
for the whole
That could use some
competition,
work.
just the whole AFLW in general,
Yeah.
needs an overhaul
Yeah, they
of
do.
umpiring.
I know, and they say like everyone just makes that excuse where it's like, oh, these umpires don't have as much training and as much like this and that, but they need to maybe like chuck some more senior umpires in there, like chuck one senior umpire in per game to at least oversee what's
Yeah.
going on.
Set the
I don't
tone.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Tone setting umpires.
I know the game should be more about the umpires, I reckon.
I feel like Elodie should be like, she should be the one for them. Like,
The
do you know what I
one.
mean? I don't know how to say
The
this,
one.
but
Yeah.
she should
The chosen
be
one.
like, they're trying to push the whole women's football. Let's push like women umpires. Let's push.
Yeah, exactly.
She's done it at the highest level. Now, some people might say she's no good, but I don't mind her as an umpire. So why wouldn't she get back to this and be the leader of it, the face of it?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, there's just so many opportunities that they missed out with AFLW where they've pushed other things way too hard when they haven't really concentrated on some of the more important things.
What's wrong with it? Yeah, in the first place. Yeah. No, I do get what you mean. So yeah, that was a very frustrating part of that game. Umpiring. I mean, I don't think we ever deserved to win that game. I don't think that
Well, we were in it at stages, but it was just
we weren't. Yeah,
It
the
was just-
second
yeah.
quarter was very frustrating. I thought because I thought we played really well in
Yeah.
the second quarter, other than like actually converting to
Yeah.
score, which is pretty important in football apparently.
Yeah, checks out. Kicked 3 behinds in the second quarter to their 1 goal.
and
to
their one goal was like against the
Yeah.
run of play. We just
Yeah.
we definitely deserved to be much closer at half time.
We did. But yeah, we had like a similar amount of inside 50s to them, but they had double as many marks inside 50 as we did.
Yeah,
So they just
with
had,
all their
like-
tools.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
they were just a bit more efficient, I guess.
I did feel like
Yeah.
they got a couple cheap free kicks like directly in front for goals though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was frustrating and when there was only 8 goals scored for the match.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. But yeah, what about the mark at the death?
Oh, yeah.
She
Hatchie.
hangs.
Oh, that was beautiful.
They were
wasn't
claiming
it
it was touched, and there was no replay
Yeah.
going to prove it. But that's a he said, she said sort of thing,
Yeah. But
then
or a
the-
she said sort of thing.
The commentators were arguing that the North players were actually saying that she hadn't come around on her
Yeah.
mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like, she didn't.
It doesn't matter.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Another thing about AFLW, why is it only time on in the last 2 minutes of every quarter?
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
You just
Yeah.
because
Very
you just
silly.
saw the clock running down every time there was a stoppage. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have time to do anything.
No.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the last 2 minutes and then they do it. And it's like,
Yeah.
you can't do anything then.
It's already
Yeah.
shortened quarters.
Shortened
And
quarters.
they want higher scoring. Like, why don't you have extra game time?
And put the extra 2 people on the field.
Yeah. That
annoys
still
me
don't
so
understand
much.
that.
But like a lot of the time, they do play on those bigger grounds, and they're still like, just play with 2 less players.
I know. I
Yeah.
don't get it. It was supposed to... That would solve more congestion things because everyone would be further away from the football.
Yeah.
There'd be space to set up forward structures. I just don't
You should run
understand.
this comp, Ray. You've got all the good
It's either
ideas.
a cult or this comp, so
You're going to run something.
I'll run something by the end of this year.
But speaking of structure, I feel like the Kangaroos definitely limited our influence to sort of keep it in our forward half.
Yeah.
Because they just spreaded and didn't let us sort of squeeze our forward half whenever we have a stoppage or a behind.
I agree.
They just spread it and were able to transition way too easily.
Yeah, definitely. The movement from their backline was outstanding. But also, like, they're one of the only teams that can go with us around the ball, like at a stoppage.
Yeah. We
Which
didn't have
puts
that
us
dominance.
on the... usually we've got that, we're going to win most of the clearances.
Yeah. They
Nothing-
almost doubled us in clearances. So
Wow.
Which we're not used to.
no.
And it puts the defence on the back foot straight away, which we're
Exactly.
not used to. And then,
But yeah, even considering all that, we were only a point down. It's so frustrating year.
Yeah.
We lost
definitely.
3 games by combined margin of 6 points.
Yeah, right. That's frustrating. When you put it with the men's season as well, we've just had an almost year.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Very
title of the
much
pod
an
this year.
almost, yeah.
Almost
year.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I think maybe it's just because I'm thinking of the men's comp and North Melbourne in general, but I always feel happy for them because North Melbourne, they've had a rough time. I just a friend of the show, Dan Linky, he's a big North Melbourne nuffy, and it's just
And he wasn't at the
it's
game
nice.
because
So good to
otherwise
see
he couldn't curse it.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I just think it's kind of nice that they're getting some.
Yeah.
form of
Yeah.
I
success,
feel like the
I
ideal
guess. I'm
matchup
not-
would have been Geelong versus North Melbourne.
Yeah, something a bit
Something
new
new.
and fresh.
Different.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been like all credit to North Melbourne. They didn't beat us during the season. They didn't beat Melbourne during the season, but they beat both of us in finals.
Yeah.
They didn't beat Brisbane either, so we'll see how
see
they
how that
continue their
goes.
trend.
That'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
Brisbane looked all right, except they've had a few key injuries in their game as well. So I also did panic a bit at the end. I don't know if anyone else seen Hatchie go in for a ball and looked like she got knocked off her feet and looked
Oh,
a
I
bit
did see
yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
woozy. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh no. It's
Yeah.
like
Even if
if
She's gone.
we win, she's gone, and then she
Yeah.
sort of played the rest of the game. So mustn't have been that bad.
she's tough.
Maybe it's the braids. I really got to get me some of those braids. I think.
You do, yeah. We gotta get Hatchie's partner on the show to braid all of our hair.
Yeah, I think that's a definite must.
Do you know, I feel like Jade should know how to braid hair. Do you know how to braid hair?
I know how to
Sophie?
braid hair.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Okay, next week,
We're done.
Christmas special of the Crowject. I'll get my hair braided for the whole thing.
We're all gonna get our hair braided.
Yeah,
I used to get really superstitious when I played hockey, so I used to have to have the same hairstyle every
Yeah.
week.
Oh, and it was braids.
Yeah, sometimes
may
either
shock
2
you.
or 1. But ponytail was like, nah, play ship. So
this may shock you. I was never superstitious with any sport.
No, I've never been superstitious with anything.
No. Anyway, was there anyone while we get up the social media pages and the feedback from the listeners? Was there anyone else that impressed?
Jess Allen, I really like her in the ruck.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's been
Jess,
it's
yeah.
been really good
Yes.
having her back.
There's so
This
many
season.
Allens.
Great.
I know. You have to specify which one.
Yeah.
But like she was like getting her own ruck contests
was,
and
yeah.
like
That's the
giving
big
us inside
difference.
50s. It was just unfortunate. I felt like we were under pressure for like a lot of the game, and that's a credit to North Melbourne. But
Yeah.
whenever we were going forward, there were so many times that we kicked to someone who had like 3 North Melbourne people on them. It was
Yeah.
like a 3-on-1, and we would
Yeah.
have 2 of our own players who were completely free out wide, and we just ignored them and just kicked to a 3-on-1 like constantly, which was a little bit annoying. But I think the pressure just kind of got to us a bit.
Yeah, definitely. There were so many times as well that I just don't want to harp on the umpiring, but Chelsea Randall was so outnumbered back there. She'd just get corralled off the ball
Yeah.
and just let someone else take it. I'm pretty sure one time 2 players tackled her to the ground behind the ball.
The umpires were like,
Yeah,
yeah, well,
player. Why not?
Yeah,
there you
it's
go.
fine.
yeah, I
Nothing to
think
see.
back to that structure as well, they didn't get sucked in at all. They just held back, and
Yeah.
any quick kick, we just couldn't do anything with.
So who's got what in the world of social medias? You're looking like
I've
you've got
got-
something, Elodie.
I've got something. I've got X
Okay.
/ Twitter.
I've got Facebook.
Um,
he sent them in the chat.
We have Dave Carnivale, friend and patron of the pod,
Nice.
who says, thought North were cleaner with the ball at important moments throughout the day, and that was the difference in the end. Very stiff to miss out on a grand final with 3 losses by a combined total of 6 points across the entire season. But that's how close the top 4 has been this year.
True. Agree.
Yeah, very insightful, Dave.
Ding.
We got, who's this idiot? Peter at Donkey Courtroom, who says, no matter what, this team, this club, and our supporters are so much better than Port. Haha, go Crum.
Fucking hell.
Thanks, Peter. This is the insight that we ask for from you. We have Ich bin rat seeking. Who says, don't question that, yeah. Who says, the effort was there, but disposal efficiency was horrible. Also, all the inside 50s were wasted with no pressure on the ball. Waterhouse had an absolute shocker. Yeah, I mean, she's not.
Wasn't a day for it.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't. We
it's
couldn't have many stoppages inside forward 50 for her to make an influence. And she was just,
Also,
outnumbered.
as you said, they were holding their shape so far back that usually she would get up the ground and go back with it.
Yeah.
But by the time she got back there was a 3-on-1 back there.
Exactly.
So there was no influence for her to have.
Nah, that's
Usually
it.
it'd be
It's not.
even numbers back there and then she could run and get at the feet and create some sort of
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah, it just wasn't the game for that type of player.
No, it wasn't at all. And that's all credit to North Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And last one, we got Simon Barker, who says, no need to rant, been a great season. The competition has gone up a notch and the quality too. Games aren't as easy as they used to be. Doc and the team will keep developing the side.
Agreed. And as MJ said to me when I interviewed her a few months ago, check that out on Patreon.
Good plug.
Get it in there. She's like, all of our core players are still very, very young. Like they're going to be around for a long time. So if we can keep them around, we're, cruising.
Very good position, yeah.
What have you got over there, Lleyton? You got Instagram.
Yeah, let's go Instagram. We got Mini Tim 89 saying disappointed, coulda, shoulda, didn't win. We got Ruby saying Sarah Allen got sling tackled. Could the bloody umpires not see that? I don't remember that bit. When was that?
I don't remember a sling
No.
tackle.
But I believe it.
I don't disbelieve
I'm
it
not
at
questioning it at
all.
all. I'm furious about it.
Yeah,
I've just found out and I'm furious. I'm writing a letter.
Yeah, I don't disbelieve it, but I don't remember it.
And we've got Maddie Golding saying we were unable to link from the mid to the forward line. Sad emoji.
It's true. It's very true. And Sophie, you've got the Facebooks.
I do. We've got friend and Patreon James Payne. This is a long one. Settle in. Uh-oh.
Lucky him.
Very, very frustrating to watch. First of all, credit to North Melbourne, the better team on the day one. Good luck to them next week.
Yep.
Secondly, putting umpiring to the side, we all know it's horrendous. We get it. But when we are not dominating games, this always seems to happen. If the game is close or we fall behind, the ladies just seem to panic and lose all sense of composure. In these situations, they always seem to be trying to do too much with the ball too quickly, which leads to skill errors and turnovers that plagued our performance yesterday. If they're not doing this, they resort to my other favourite tactic of just bombing the ball long in hope. Surely they're not coached to play like this, but it's happened too many times and there just doesn't seem to be any accountability for it. Anyway, sorry for the long comment, but I needed to pass the time somehow while I wait for a locksmith to come and let me back into my house. Go Crom. I hope you got back in your house, James.
That's a bold strategy after a loss. Just lock yourself out of the house.
So mad, just slam the door
Well,
shut.
it's better than throwing something through your TV, I guess.
That's one way to stop it. But yeah, some good points there. I feel... I do feel like they always you can't question the players' effort during close games. They always try it sort of over the top and not have that composure.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
hopefully they'll be improved in the off season. Ellie's just looking for a water bottle, realising she put it behind her.
I'm thirsty.
I could see you looking for it everywhere, but I could also see it. So I was like, if you're watching the YouTube version, you would have just seen me point at Elodie like it's an exorcist.
All right,
what have
we've
we got
got the OG, Matt O'Brien.
Yes.
Super proud of the girls to still be at the top of the league for so long. Bring on 2024.
Like it.
Christopher Jensen, a hard lesson to learn for the Crows, not manning up, can't handle opposition pressure, wasted second quarter, didn't rock up to play in the first 10 minutes of the last quarter, need to improve ball skills and disposals. Hopefully changes are made for season 2024.
Yeah, good point. I do feel like we just didn't turn up in that first quarter when the intensity is hot in a final.
Yeah.
Yep.
It didn't even be better.
And Sam Chaplin, if you miss the target 75% of the game, I don't think you have the right to whinge about any other factors.
Oof.
That's harsh, but I do love Chappie, one of my best friends. He
Well,
doesn't
that's
listen to
life.
this. I don't know why I'm giving him a shout out. But
And let's go Mark Farrow, butchered the ball inside 50, North were more organised and should have won by 3 goals.
So that's all of our socials feedback for the week that was the prelim final. Patreons, sign up if you haven't already. We've got some great content in there. We've got your Obscure Crows, you get your Crow-ons, your interviews with Abby Ballard and Mariana Rajic that are in there that are good. They're a good time. Lleyton's doing Request a Game at the moment.
It'll ramp up in the off season, so
Yep.
with no more Crows games, I'll
You can
be
go
asking
in-
for the requests.
Go in there and ask for your favourite game or your favourite loss if you're a sadist.
Yep.
So you can get that at patreon.com/Crowject for as little as $1 a month. Get in there, you get into the chat. Do you want to random read the last message in the group chat?
Oh, yeah, to see what everyone's missing out on.
Love to. What is everyone talking about
It's
at the
probably
moment?
talking about the W Awards
during
currently
off
live.
season, it's a bit. We are talking about the AFLW
Just
Awards.
the
I
last
think.
one, out of context.
The last one says, "Who won it? Bet it was a fucking demon player."
Pretty accurate. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the kind of vibe you're getting.
That's the kind of stuff you get in there. So
worth it.
as little as $1 a month, there's different tiers. Elodie's going to read the $10 and above list right now.
I sure am. We have Jenny McArdle, The Real Hilf, Jordan Marnie, Greg Fleming, Jessica Cook, Dave Carnivale, Jake Bokove, Sophie Damon, Drew Corner, Sam Curtis, Sean Marie Davies, Brendan McGarrigan, James Payne, Simone McDonald, Jezza Withers, Raticus, Matt and Neil Roylance.
That was nice pacing by you.
Thank you. I'm a professional. This is my job.
So other than Patreon, which we just talked about, you can get your Crowject merch at crowject.bigcartel.com. You can get your flags, your scarves, your beanies, your plush oversized hoodies, your air fresheners that have a coincidental likeness to your favourite Crom players, and much, much more. So that's crowject.bigcartel.com.
And if you're quick, there's a Black Friday sale.
Cyber Monday.
Cyber Monday.
sale,
Same
50% off at the moment.
What's Cyber Monday? Are
It's
they
just
just
the
making
Monday
up
Monday
after Black,
after.
things?
Black
Has
Black
that
Friday.
always existed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not
WWE used to
always.
do Cyber Sunday.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. What is Black Friday is like because of Thanksgiving, right? But then we
Yeah.
don't do Thanksgiving.
No, but
Why
we,
haven't we adopted Thanksgiving for America yet?
Well,
We
that
adopt
would be
most
like,
other
We're not
things.
thankful.
yeah, no, that would be like America celebrating Australia Day
Yeah.
Okay.
because it's like the Pilgrims and the Indians and the
Okay. I thought it was just saying thank you.
no.
Moving on.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages. And we're back. I changed the order around. I didn't let you guys know, but because there's no
Wow.
game to preview
You've
for
thrown me
next
off.
week.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's a very
sad
good
face.
point.
Unless we want to like really in advance preview the round one game of the men's.
No, I don't know about that.
So it's time for the news. The W Awards are on right now, Sophie,
Yes.
and we've had some news come out of them.
We have the All-Australian AFLW team was announced and we had 4 girls make it. We've got Neve Kelly, Ebony Marinoff, Chelsea Bedell and Danielle Ponta.
Ooh, nice. No Hatchie, though.
No Hatchie.
Yeah. Good selections, though.
Oh, yeah.
Hatchie had a
well
great
deserved.
finals year season, but maybe not as strong of a regular season.
Do we think Noffy's a chance to take home the big award for the night?
I
reckon
have an
she
opinion
is.
right now because
I reckon she's
I'm
a
just going
chance.
through the Patreon's chat.
You have no live count?
No. So Noffy polled, well, she didn't poll. She got 40 disposals in a game, didn't even get a single vote.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
All right, this is not looking good.
So that's where it comes in. Probably went to a Melbourne player.
Yeah, all right.
That's where
Actually,
that comes
that
in.
was to do with the goal of the year, which Ponta did not win for her 80
What?
metre
Oh, my
ball.
gosh.
What? Who won it?
So,
Vic bias.
yeah, that was the who won it, but it was a fucking Demons player. Apparently Greiser.
Okay.
And
She plays
the
for
response
North-
was no idea who that is, but fuck him.
Oh, Gleiser.
Thank you.
Was that a Brisbane player? I don't know, but
sure.
that's a
Richmond.
joke.
Richmond.
That is a joke.
It's Richmond.
Did she kick the ball 150 metres?
I reckon.
She must have.
Jesus
So anyway,
Christ.
the chat is going off. Everyone's angry. If you want to join, you
That
know
is-
where to
that is
go on
ridiculous,
Patreon.
though. Is that the best goal you've seen in the AFLW?
That
And
is
40
wild.
disposals in an AFLW game is like 70 in a men's game.
It really it is.
But you
There's
know,
no
just
time
Shortened
on.
quarters, no time on. What is
16
happening?
players on the
people
field.
This competition's falling apart. Take over, Ray, before it's too late.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't Nicole
Yes.
Livingston stepping down anyway?
Send in your
mean-
resume.
Yeah.
Ray.
Vote. Let's get a vote going.
Is it publicly voted?
I don't know. It should be. As I said, my dance ability and my ability to speak about issues surely has me getting this job.
As long as you don't have to write any run sheets during the AFLW,
admin.
you'll be
Surely
fine.
the AFLW head person has an assistant.
Oh, yeah. You don't have to do a single piece of admin,
Yeah.
surely.
Okay, but
Finger gun as well.
would we actually call it the Ray FLW?
That would be very narcissistic. But I'm here for it.
Completely unlike
Just
you.
put a
I'm here
man's
for
name in AFLW. Perfect.
Some other news around. Let's go to the new numbers for this year. We've got Daniel Curtin taking the number 6.
Oh,
The
no.
curse, number 6. Do
Hell
we
yes.
believe in the curse?
No.
Jonathan
That was so
Griffin.
great. I was going to say Jonathan Griffin, a champion.
Well, to be fair, Jake Lever wasn't bad. He just left.
No,
left.
yeah.
So is that
Yeah, so
the
that's
sign of
fine.
things to come? Curtin's going to leave.
He's going to put curtains on his time here at Adelaide. I'm right now. It's other articles.
You can see that headline already.
Charlie Edwards is taking Paul Seedsman's number 11.
Like it.
Chris Burgess is taking the 21. Oscar Ryan will take the 22. And Isaac Rankin's moved to 23 with the departure of Shane McAdam.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Like it.
Like it.
Yep, love that for all of them. As I've just spoken about, Daniel Curtin, Charlie Edwards, and Oscar Ryan arrived at the club this weekend. Daniel Curtin picked up by Ben Keys at the airport. I've seen that on social media.
That is.
Who
yeah.
he's behind,
Who's
just
behind me,
creeping,
just staring.
just creeping. Who do you think, if you were a draftee, whose house would you want to stay at
Oh.
as a
okay.
Crows player?
Is this a short term or a long term sort of
Yeah.
situation?
Well, it's a short-term thing. Like,
Okay, until you're on your feet.
yeah.
You wouldn't want to choose anyone with kids.
Yeah, but then you could be like another kid and just get everything done for you.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I feel like Jordan Dawson would be a good one because he'd just show you
Yeah.
like, and he'd be, I don't know, I feel like he just does hot boy shit in private.
He'd show you how to. But you could.
Do you want a good example or a bad example?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'd be good fun moving in with Rash Nankervis and
Sligo.
Saligo.
Yeah.
That would be a good time.
That
That'd
would
be
be
a good time.
definitely a good time. Do you think Ben Keys, when he does his hair routine in the morning, like locks the bathroom door
So
and
no
like
one can
puts
come
like
in?
chairs against it so you don't get to see?
I feel like birds do his hair. They're just like, he opens the window in the morning.
And they all just fly.
They just fly in
They
and
groom him. Yeah.
groom. Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
Disney movie every morning.
He's
Yeah, this is some Snow White bullshit.
Yeah.
I like this.
like what we said when we seen him at the AFLW that couple of weeks ago. Like,
oh yeah.
it is unfair how hot he is.
Yeah, so you couldn't live with him because if
Yeah.
you did, like, no one, you bring a girl home, they see him, you're done. Like,
Yeah,
they're just
exactly.
going straight into his bed.
Or they're
You
like, turn the
cannot
lights
compete.
off and squint a little bit. But yeah, so I know a couple of them are living with some of the boys at the moment, which is good for them. Pre-season started today, and there was a few hot takes from Theo Doropoulos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Everyone's burning the track down,
Yeah, well,
pretty much.
38 out of 41 players on the track today set personal bests in the 1K time trial.
Sucked to be the other three.
Well, they were the three draftees. They didn't have personal bests to break.
Well, that makes sense.
So
But what were they
everyone's
doing
good.
last year? What were they doing last year? Their PB was so terrible that everyone
They
could
just
break it.
never ran a kilometre in their life.
Actually, I saved the picture of his tweet because I'll read out all the points verbatim from him.
Yeah, great.
From
Thanks.
Theo.
Can't wait.
Oh, wow.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Relevant.
So, yeah.
Day one of pre-season.
Thilthorpe in ripping Nick after an off-season change.
What?
Rankin
What's the
looked-
What's the change?
Was he
Yeah.
moving down
Can
back
we-
or something? I don't know.
Can we?
He's in this photo.
Oh, I want to contemplate
looks-
what this change is. Did he buy a cat?
I hate
just-
those hats. I'm sorry. I can't stand them.
What are the hats?
The cap. They've just got like the big block
Oh,
of colour
okay.
down the side. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's
Yeah.
no...
So when are they bringing caps into the game where you
Yeah.
can just wear them?
It's no Cordy,
Oh, no.
which you can get at crowject.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
So what else has he said? Rankin looked brilliant. Curtin, imposing figure and a very smooth mover.
Imposing figure.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to say about an 18-year-old that's just showing up at your club. But whatever.
Charlie Edwards and Oscar Ryan do not look out of place. And
That's
Dawson
so generic.
and Dawson still hasn't missed a target.
Oh.
Can't be stopped.
He cannot be stopped. So
You can't miss a target when they're all Crows players.
it's true.
You can't turn it over, can you?
That's very, very, very true.
Very enlightening stuff for me.
Is there any other news before we just send our love and condolences to former Crom favourite Jimmy Rowe, who become a bit of a buster in Bali, scraped his knee and then went for a swim with current Crow player Harry Schomburg in the Murray River and got quite the infection.
Yes.
So it's currently on an IV drip.
Had the
Not
knee
looking-
the size of a watermelon, apparently.
Oh,
And when you know the size of Jimmy Rowe, that really puts it into perspective. If it was Rob with the size of a watermelon, you'd be like, okay, it's pretty swollen.
Yeah, it's already it's already a
Knobbly
grapefruit
knees.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're crossing like from banana to like, you know, this thin, yeah.
Yeah, that is, it's pretty intense.
So prayers up
Poor
to
Jimmy.
Jimmy and Stephen and hope he gets through.
Jade sends all her love and kisses. His
And
biggest fan.
this, I don't know why I just touched you like that, Jade. I'm
Stop
really sorry.
touching Jade.
I'll go. I won't go behind now. I'll put my hands here.
Hands where we can see it, right? Hands above the table. I'm just going to touch Ben.
The cardboard cutouts.
So that's about it for the news, unless anyone has seen anything else since we've started.
Pete's just said Hatchie robbed, Conti wins.
Ah.
Monique Conti, is that for the goal of the year?
Not just for the BNF.
Oh,
Oh.
didn't we think Noffy was going to do it?
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, she keeps getting 40 disposals and the umpires are like,
Yeah,
who?
true.
I don't know who I'm looking at.
When I take over, it's going to be much better.
I can't wait, actually. I can't wait for our new overlord. What was I going to say? Oh, what is the women's thing called anything? Like as in brown?
No, it's
Awards?
not named after anyone.
What?
Just
It's
the
just
Who are
goal.
we going with?
B.
Who are we going with?
You, right?
The Ray Award.
I can't mansplain it.
Yeah, imagine if they did name it after like a male player. That'd be funny. No,
Should call it the Elodie. That's how we
Elodie.
get her into
Oh yes.
godhood of umpiring for
Exactly.
AFLW.
Because is it the same? Like, is it still umpires that vote for it? Like the same as the?
If Noffy didn't got 40 and didn't get a vote with
Yeah.
the AFLW umpires, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was it a few years ago? Do you remember the one where Hatchie didn't get the votes because they gave it to the other girl that kind of looked like her with the long
Yeah,
sleeves?
yeah.
That was in the SNFLW,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah, that was great.
Where the other
Good
person
times.
wearing long sleeves got like 5 touches
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
she barely even touched it. And Hatchie kicked like 5 goals or something.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
So
God.
ridiculous.
I think we should do the votes.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon they just pick like 100 fans every year and they just do the ones.
No, I think it should just be us every time.
Okay. That works too.
I've got lots of things to take to my first meeting. So that's us done. As we said, no more games this year. We will be back with one more episode for this year next week. Again, patreon.com/Crowject. For as little as $1 a month, you can get all of our bonus content from Obscure Crows to Get Your Crow Ons, interviews that we've done throughout the year. Lleyton's doing requester games at the moment, so get on there, join up. It's good fun in there. And project.bigcartel.com, where you can get all your
the
Crow merch. I had really got very distracted then.
It's not .com.
It is a .com. We couldn't
It
get
should
that.
be.
Yeah. Where you can get your cordies that Lleyton and myself are wearing.
Yes.
They are guaranteed to repel any daemon.
We haven't seen it for a month.
It was very coincidental timing in leaving. We got those.
You can get your scarves, your beanies. We have got a Cyber Monday sale on at the moment, if that's still up, hopefully. Otherwise, we've wasted a few words in this. But get on there, get your merch in time for Christmas. You know what Christmas in Australia calls for, getting your mum a Crom Po oversized hoodie.
Hell yeah.
Nothing says February like a plush oversized hoodie in Australia.
Sit in the sun and just see who passes out first.
Fun drinking game. So that's us done. Thank you, Elodie.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Lleyton.
Thank you, new CEO of the AFLW.
It's got a nice ring to it.
It's a bit wordy.
I'm going to get business cards printed up tomorrow. And thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
And thank you, me.
Most importantly, thank you, Ray.
We'll speak to you next week, hopefully. And go Crom.
Go Crom.
Wins the second one to Cherry. Reagan somehow will handle inside. Gives it to Rochelle. Rochelle, go! Put that in your forward walk. Took it back to you a moment ago. Almost the second one. Round the body go the Crows. Hit it back.
Hey gents, are you sick of turning on the radio in mixed company just in time to cop an ad for...
One of a guy's worst fears is erectile dysfunction.
Or...
Our nasal delivery technology will make premature ejaculation a thing of the past.
Tired of tuning in for a bit of those idiots crapping on about caftans and instead being sold a can of nasal stiffy spray or something to stop you getting off at Jollymont? Well, get your hand off it and calm down, because the marketing geniuses at Get This have cranked the ideas shower up to 11 and come up with an ad that will eliminate awkward references to
erectile dysfunction
and
premature ejaculation
forever. Thanks to Matty D on the pots and pans, these embarrassing phrases have now been replaced by subtle oral counterparts. For example, hey fellas, is your downstairs department suffering from... Then just inhale a snort of Get This spray and you're... will be ready to... in an instant. Check it out.
No, not again. Hang on, where's that spray? No, nothing. Oh, hang on. Bloody hell, that's impressive.
Hey guys, are you going before it's your stop? Then prolong the inevitable with new Get This. Now, when things start getting a bit ahead of schedule, you can apply the... and keep things on the new Get This from the makers of Get This, products to make you go and not